What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. I was heading back to the shop after finishing my last service call of the day. I got a dispatch, an emergency call sent to me. A homeowner called in a panic. Their Burnham Alpine boiler is leaking water. Is it going to be a faulty heat exchanger, bad piping, or just neglect? Let's find out together. This is a diagnosis you don't want to miss. All right, my fellow HVAC and plumbing and heating techs, let me get some viewer participation. Before I even walk into the customer's home, I want to ask your opinion. What's the most common cause of a leaking Burnham Alpine boiler? Comment below. And then let's go inside and see if you're right. Business card ready. Always hand out a business card when I greet the homeowner, especially for the first time. Of course, the doorbell's broken. Hi sir, how are you?
What's up, buddy?
My name is Mike. What's your card?
Good.
How are you?
I'm all right. Let me give you check 1, 2, 3 here first. Tell you what's going on. So,
Okay.
on the right, my chimney guy was here yesterday.
Okay.
There was a black piece coming up from the burner.
Okay.
And I was told never put a cap on that because the Burnham boilers, you don't put a cap on it. So yesterday he put white PVC T.
Okay.
So he said that was okay.
Up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I had him on.
Why did he do this?
Because when everyone gives you like a different thing, and I called like Alpine, like Burnham Alpine, said like I don't want rain to come down that thing, so they said well just elbow it out, put a piece of PVC, elbow it out, or a T.
Why was
so
it pointing up before?
It was just straight up.
Okay, and that's the exhaust?
That's the exhaust.
That's fine.
Okay. So then he put that on it because.
And why did he do this? Because you didn't want rain coming straight down it?
Yeah, like
water is, or liquid is in there.
Yeah.
It's a condensing boiler.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and wait till you see what kind of issue I have going on now.
Oh, okay. I just okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was related. Okay.
No, it's not related.
Oh.
So anyway, when we went up there and he pulled the cap off, the reason he put the silver one on there is because the other thing wouldn't stay down with silicone. So he just screwed the cap on over that. And when he opened the top, that black pipe 3 feet down to another pipe was disconnected. So it was off. It wasn't all straight down. So he felt that's why I'm getting all this water coming back into my unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the problem.
Okay, let's see. They told me that your Alpine's leaking water. Yeah. So let's see what the definition of leaking water is.
Not bad. It's bad.
How long has it been going on for?
Hi.
Hi, how are you, ma'am?
Good. How are you?
Good.
How long?
How long has this been going on for? Sorry.
A week.
A week.
Yeah, about a week.
How old is the boiler?
It said 2014 on the picture, I think, or 20 years.
It came with the house, or you had to
Came
put
to
it?
the house. We moved in.
But they said it was in good condition.
Now you.
How long have you lived here?
4 years.
When's the last time it was taken apart and cleaned?
3 years ago. No,
Oh.
that's not true. I had it done. Redmond did it in the very beginning when I moved here in like 2021, and I had that done last
News to
year.
me.
I saw a drip of water.
Yeah, it's coming from in here. If you open this up the bottom, you can see from behind. So when you open that elbow up,
Yeah.
water is sitting. So like my buddy who has a commercial place thought water was like they pushed the thing down and the elbow isn't going up. That's far fetched because you can't even move that.
Yeah, but it's not
thing.
like it's raining outside right now.
Yeah.
It's the condensation, right?
It may be. When did you have the neutralizer installed? The white thing, clear thing with the rocks?
That was done last year.
That was just done last year. Okay.
Yeah.
Not like it was done like
this was done it was under warranty. We had that replaced, the recirculator. And then recently, my buddy who owns Airstream, he's a neighbor, but he does commercial.
Okay.
We had a loop replaced. We had this thing added. It was
Added or replaced?
Added. We didn't have like a
pressure reducing valve.
Yeah.
You didn't have one?
No, and the expansion
Wow.
valve was on the one was it was on the hot, and the cold was on the hot. The hot was on the cold. So they able to keep the expansion tank, which is new from 2023, newer, and redo it according to the manual to this thing.
All right, we got a U.S. boiler, Burnham Alpine model 150, the ALP 150B. She's 11 years old. Well, 10 and a half. This is 150,000 BTU condensing and modulating gas-fired boiler. Now, it's modulating. What that means is that the fire rate modulates. You know, it's like a dimmer switch or the gas pedal in your car, up or down, based on what it senses. So it could be running at 10%, it could be running at 100%. So that's that modulating gas pedal. Condensing, because the exhaust gases are low temp. The exhaust gas contain a vapor form of byproducts, and it's in liquid. When it cools, it's called condensate, and it drips through the boiler into the condensate trap and then out, and it's got to be neutralized and then disposed of. This guy's got a leak, and when I see water inside the bottom of a heating appliance, whether it's a water heater, a boiler, or furnace, you got to try to figure out where it came from. So nothing on the top is leaking. All right, there's our sensors. This is our gas valve, our blower, combustion chamber with the burner, flame sensing rod, ignition, spark rod, and spark cable. Okay, let's see if we can get our hand in there and see what we see from the top. And, okay, so behind the boiler, we're gonna have this vent collar there. I don't see anything dripping there. Let's look underneath. And let's see what we got here. I got some water right there. All right, so that, no bueno. There's our leak. Now, I need to get in here, take that cover off, and take a peek inside. Wish me luck. All right, I got the access cover removed. I am gonna try to fit in there without killing myself. Look, in case you think I'm bullshitting here. This is not a time to be claustrophobic. See, I'm in here. All right, so. That is 3-inch. Yeah. I don't know how they expect you to replace this thing, but yep. Take the back cover off and replace the 3-inch. Move that out of the way. That part is what we need. I've been hacking and chiseling away for the last 15 minutes. There it is. There's your failure point. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I removed the back, I guess the back fresh air box for the Alpine. This is the bottom. Set of screws on top, both sides and the bottom. And then I pulled out the 6 screws after disconnecting the vent and the fresh air. And that let me see the back of the combustion chamber. And this is what I feared. This gasket that's behind the combustion chamber, and there's the back of the heat exchanger, is rotted out. All right, I'm going to pick at this gasket just like that. All right, we're gonna clean and wire brush that little groove it sits in. You know what? There's a reason why I have a $3,000 US boiler Burnham service and parts kit in my truck for the Alpine, because we service them, and I love these machines. I absolutely love them. And as long as you take care of it, it'll still run well. Certain parts need to be replaced every so often, but we good. All right, the new gasket is in place. I'm going to use some of the lube and lube it up. And then I'm going to reconnect the stainless steel vent connector elbow assembly. And when I screw it in, when I push it in, I'm going to put it in like a corkscrew motion to just spin it in. And we want to make sure that the gasket stays in place. I'll deal with that box afterwards. We'll figure out how to get that on. But, you know, all I could say is thank God this boiler was not mounted on the wall. If it was mounted on the wall, we got to disconnect the electric, the gas, the system piping, venting, fresh air, take the boiler off the wall just to get what we're doing here, and probably less than 2 hour job. So I was applying the lube to the stainless steel vent elbow and taking a peek inside. You're not going to believe what I just found. Unbelievable. Let's see if I can get my... Oh, man, it's still... Oh, man. I'm going to take this out and show you guys, because you guys are not going to believe me. Hold on. You guys are definitely not going to believe me unless I take this out and show it to you. Let's see, it goes off to the side. There it is. Look. This is the grease. The dielectric grease. It's still in the original packing. This is unbelievable. Oh my God. Wow. All right, I'm going to take whatever residual grease I have left and apply it to this ring here. Unbelievable. And you know I ain't BSing around when I say hacks bring me stacks. Crazy. All right, so the vent connector elbow assembly is in position. We're going to see if this leaks. So I am going to pour some water. Sorry. I'm going to pour some water down the elbow, and hopefully she don't drip. So let's get you in position right there. Can we see? Yeah. And let's pour water down. All right. Pump is gurgling, but that's okay. All right, I am going to try to balance the camera right here. Hopefully, I can show you guys that we are now leak-free. Another cup of water. Feels dry to me. One more cup of water. All Let's see how that is. All right, I've done all my due diligence. I'm confident the leak is gone. I have a new gasket in place. Let's reassemble the back of the boiler, the venting, fresh air, fire up, and do a combustion test. All right, it's time to fire up. Hopefully we got no leaks. I pray we got no leaks. All right, let me just touch the inside. It's dry. I'm just gonna set that right there. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, that piece of paper towel has been sitting there for about 20 minutes with the system cycling to temperature, going into standby, and then firing back up. We have no other leaks in the system. Now, we are going to recommend to the homeowner that the proper annual maintenance be performed on this unit. There is a maintenance kit involved. We disconnect the gas, remove the blower and the gas valve and the electrics for that. We pull the front plate of the combustion chamber, exposing the main burner. We clean that out with some compressed air. We vacuum and wire brush with a smooth, fine bristle brush the inside walls of the combustion chamber. Rinse that down with some water, let that drain, clean the condensate trap, replace the condensate media, neutralizer media, reassemble everything, make sure our gap on our spark ignition rods are okay, firing up, doing combustion analysis. Now, it's never been done because of that. A piece of orange reddish paint on that fine adjustment has never been touched. So this boiler has never been properly commissioned. Sorry, this boiler was never properly commissioned, nor has a proper combustion analysis ever been done on this boiler. And the facts that we saw this on the inside of the vent connector assembly speaks volumes of not only the quality of work that went into installing this, but the service that's been going on with this since then. Now, I got to give the previous maintenance people some credit because they would never have seen that before. Unless you take apart the vent assembly, you're never going to see that. But a good technician is observant of his surroundings. Let this be a lesson to everyone. Double check, triple check everything. And this paper towel is going to remain there until we're confident. I'm confident though, but until the homeowner is confident the leak is gone. And we're good. Well, there's only one question that remains. If you guessed heat exchanger leak, were you correct? Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate the support from the entire community. Whether you're a DIY warrior or a service tech, plumber, HVAC mechanic, thank you so much for watching my videos that take some time to produce and compile and post on a daily basis. I really appreciate the support from the entire community. The best way to support this channel is to subscribe. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below. There's no cost or obligation. And if you want to get post notifications when I drop a video, hit that alarm bell and you'll be notified right to your device when I drop a video, which is generally once a day for the last about 7 years. So thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, be well, God bless, stay safe.